Hi, everybody. I'm very excited to share with you an event, a free event that I've got coming up on the 11th of the 11th.
Hi, everybody. I'm very excited to share with you a book.
So this is a very powerful manifestation portal, the 11th day of the 11th month at precisely 11:11 in the morning. So some of you may know it as Remembrance Day. This was when the treaty to end World War II was ended, and that was used as a reason for us to focus our thoughts on remembering the fallen soldiers. However, this has been a ploy, so to speak, to get us to focus on war during this time of amplified manifestation power, rather than focusing on our true organic timeline of our our true nature, which is one of love and peace. So the event that I'm doing is to serve that, to end the paradigm of war, and it is delivering good news. Okay, things have been dark, things have been heavy and dense, and a lot of people are really feeling quite challenged because it's been such a protracted period. But this is, if you will, like our global adolescence. And so just like adolescence, we can find ourselves swinging backwards and forwards between stepping up and being in our heart and being, embodying our light, and then swinging back into contraction like a child and going back into wanting things to be comfortable. So this event is to, just deliver some really good news, because you don't have this much darkness without a dawn. And a lot of people have lost hope because 2012 came and went, and things like the Millennium Bug never happened, Comet Eleanor never happened. So there's almost a sort of a disillusionment that we will have the prophesied change that will be ushered in by the arrival of the Aquarian age. And I'm here to tell you, you won't be able to miss it. What's coming is so huge and so wonderful, okay, that it will literally make a mockery of the dark times that have preceded it. So, as perhaps some of you may relate, as a kid, I was born in 1970, and I kind of felt like I'd missed my time. I felt like I'd been born too late, because, I kind of look back to the 1960s, or what I saw of the 1960s, with flower power. And it really spoke to me, that time of social revolution, of the power being put back into the hands of the people. We had artists like John Lennon, doing sit-ins in bed and really calling for people power, which is the ethos of the Aquarian age. And as a kid at the time, first of all, in New Zealand, we only had 2 television channels for the whole country. And I'm old enough to remember black and white television. And when colour happened, that was so symbolic, the ability to see the world in the full spectrum of our light. Okay, it reminds me of, what's that lovely film with Reese Witherspoon, where one at a time people shift their inner perception and then they're able to be seen in full color. I've totally blanked on the film. If you know it, please put it in the chat. Great film. So all the music that came out in that time period, 1965 to 1975, which blended folk, the music of the people, the people's voice, with rock. Okay, and this was electronic music. Okay, so this was music that was waking up the global energy, the global kundalini, the global serpent power, the energy of the earth, the bioelectricity of the earth and our bodies, with artists like Jimi Hendrix and events like Woodstock. And, that was quickly extinguished. And there are documentaries that speak about that and expose the CIA on YouTube if you're interested to do that bit of digging. But we also had artists like Aretha Franklin singing "You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman," calling back our primal power, our wild archetypes of Lilith, and Led Zeppelin singing "Stairway to Heaven" with Pan coming back, the wild man. And so we have been on a stairway to heaven ever since, even though it doesn't feel like it. Why? Well, in 1962, an event happened, an event which wasn't on the news. And that was, we entered into the sphere of influence of the Photon Belt. The Photon Belt is a golden nebula, and it is what we are heading into. It is a photon is a particle of light. And this is why the Aquarian age has been prophesied as a golden age of light. We are going to be in the force for 2,000 years. So just like the transition phase of birthing a baby is the most excruciating, and it is always darkest before the dawn, or the darkest day of winter precedes the birth of the sun at the winter solstice. We are experiencing everything in our external world to affirm that there is no holding this back, okay, and that we are very close. So I invite you to join me to find out more. You can register if the time of the event, which is 11:11 a.m. Sydney time, Australia, that's Australian daylight savings time, but you can find the link actually to see it in your location, in your date and time. So for some people it will be on November 10 if you're on the sort of the lagging end of the date line. But if you can't make it live, I invite you to still register and you'll receive a copy of the recording. But if you can, watch it during that power window so we get this beautiful Mexican wave of intention. We will be doing a meditation to raise the collective consciousness as part of that event. But primarily, this is an educational presentation where I will explain the bigger cycles that are at play and make sense of the chaos that we're experiencing. So I invite you to share this with your loved ones, with friends and family, with your cyber tribe. And yeah, let's inject some good news back into the world and lift our spirits. So yeah, check out the link and register, and I look forward to seeing you for that event on 11/11. Ciao for now.